Alright, we made it to our bus. And we have determined it's the same bus that we rode in grade school. Not made for full-size adults.
So what we do here, we paddle. We have a lot of man strength. Alright. If you're good, I'm good. I don't know about anybody right now. If you're good, I'm good. Alright? So guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do our tour first, then we start paddling from here. Alright? So guys, welcome to Almond Hill Lagoon. Okay, this lagoon is approximately 1 mile inland, half a mile in width. The depth 7 foot, some parts 4. All right, and what we find in here is the West Indian manatees. All right, you guys know what a manatee is, right?
Yes.
All right, well, just in case you guys didn't, some guys don't see it, well, I'm gonna show you a pic. It's beautiful, right? All right, here it is then, buddy. All right, and guys, to describe these mammals, you can take them far wireless without tusk. The one with the tooth, similar in the facial and nostrils part here. They have 2 small front flippers as well, and these ones have a big paddle-like tail, huge tail, and that's their strength, their tail. All right, and to find them, you have to look carefully on the surface of the water, because what these mammals do, they only take out their nostrils about 3 to 4 inches above the water, and for about 3 to 4 seconds of oxygen. They take that breath, they go down, they're gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes to resurface again for another 3 to 4 seconds of oxygen. And these mammals, they can grow up to 12 foot in length and weighs about 1,300 pounds. All right, so some huge mammals. Okay, and as we see here on the chart here, guys, the young one we call a calf. All right, and these mammals, these manatees, take 13 months to give birth to one calf. 1 year, 1 month. And the newborn weighs about 70 pounds. Newborn. All right, so that's a big baby. And guys, these mammals, what they go for, what their favorite diet is the seagrass. All right, it grows abundantly in these lagoons. So what these mammals do, they come from the sea through the rivers into these lagoons. Also, they can go from extremely salt water to fresh water as well. All right, so when they get in here, they graze on the grass, and they can actually eat about 10% their body weight every single day. That round up to about 130 pounds of seagrass per mammal per day. All right, so that's a lot of grass. No wonder they're so huge. All right, and they're protected as well, guys. In here in Belize, these mammals are protected. So if the law enforcement catches you with these mammals, you get charged a fine and you're going to jail for at least 10 years. Alright, a couple of years ago we had about 1,700 of these mammals countrywide. We went down to about 800. Why? First off, the boat props. Cutting them in the head and the back, eventually they die. And also, we have people that used to do poaching and have them in captivity areas. Alright, so as I mentioned, you're gonna get charged and you're going to jail for these mammals now. Alright? So guys, what we're gonna do, just a short little stroll on the banks or in here in the lagoon, and luckily if we see these mammals, alright? As I mentioned to people, sometimes you don't see them, sometimes you don't, and if you see them, it's like winning a lottery, guys. You have to be a vigilant person and experience to find these, to see these mammals, alright? To know where they are as well. So guys, do you have any questions from here? Because what we do, we go find them.
None on payroll.
Alright guys, so we have no questions. my buddy. Anytime I come here, he comes. Alright? And one more, I have one more buddy, but I'll tell you guys afterwards. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. So guys, welcome to Airboat. Just let him go. Just let him go. That's where you can get Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to White Lily Pond. Alright, guys, in this pond, this is where we find my buddy. I don't know if it's your buddy, but the mother crocodile. Alright, so guys, ladies on the side, just be careful. She jumps and give high five. Alright, if she's your friend. But on your right here, guys, this used to be her nest, but right now, as I mentioned, the water went up. This is where she have her nest every year. And she come and have her 2 batches of eggs here every single year. Alright? Couple of months ago, before the rain starts, she had already have about 18 to 20 little mullet crocodiles hatched from there. Alright? And these mullet crocodiles, all these are all mullet crocodiles. So they take about 80 days for these mullet eggs to hatch. Alright? And as we see, she have them in these roots, guys. Why? Hence the reason why is to protect them from predators like the wood star, jabiroos. There's some big birds. So what they do, they come and eat the young ones from there as they hatch from their eggs. Alright? And as we see in the tree there, we see those nests, guys. Who can tell me what type of nest is that?
Termite?
Termites. Huge, right? You don't want that size around your house. Alright? And what these termites do, guys, they go for the dead part of the tree. As we see, they build trails on all these branches. All these branches, they find the dead part of it. And most of the dead part of it is at the top. So those trails lead to all the way at the top where most of the dry branches are. And they're doing us a good job as well. They eat the dead branches before it falls. Not each branches, but most of it. Alright? And guys, in Belize, people use that nest. How? They take a chunk, they light it up. No fly bites you. Water fire, it will let you cough and stuff. That won't let you cough. It's harmless. Right there. Alright, it's just wood. Okay, and it's made from their feces and saliva. Alright? And guys, again, as we see here, we see 2 houses. One at the top, one at the bottom. Who can tell me? Right, so if we're gonna have rain, flood, these termites gonna show us that the water is gonna be coming up. So they go to the top. When we're in the dry season, when we get in the dry season, what they do, they come down in the bottom nest because the water is all the way down. Alright? And they're like 99.99 accurate. So they're correct. Literally, they're correct. They tell us the weather. Alright? And these trees around us, guys, we call these trees mangroves. And as I was telling you guys there with these mangroves, as we see, they don't go upwards, they go downwards. Alright? And they play a huge role here in Belize, these trees. Why? Because these trees produce a dye, we call it tannin dye. And they play a huge role for our local fishermen. Why? As well, they dye their fishing nets with this dye to camouflage the net and they catch more fish. Okay, and also these trees we call the walking trees. The roots that I show you, these roots come down here. See, as this root right here, all the way from that branches, if this reaches here, it's a tree. It becomes a tree like those. So what we do, we have to maintain the area, guys. We have to come with these strong arms and Zorro. Alright? We have to make sure we cut all these roots. We we cannot cut these trees. They're protected as well here in Belize, so you're gonna get charged for these trees. All right, we only can maintain the roots. COVID, this was all opened up. You see those roots there? Those are all roots that just started and went down in the soil. So we can't touch that again. We have to leave that right just like how it is. Just these ones that come down, and we have to just maintain so we can do our tour. All right. So guys, do we have any questions from here? Usually we leave someone here. We don't want the mother crocodile to go away, so we leave food for her.
What is the big?
That fruit, that's we call that the provision fruit. That's from the provision tree. It's not edible.
Okay.
All right. That tree, what we use it for, it's a herb tea. What we use the bark from the tree, not the fruit. All right. The bark from the tree. We cut the bark. We put it in the sun, let it dry. You put it in the you boil it, and it becomes red. And what it helps you with, your blood. It builds your blood very fast. All right. You cannot drink that herb for at least 3 to 4 days, and you have to stop. All right. It's a tea. You can add sugar, and you can add a little bit of milk. All right. So we call that the provision tree.
Nothing like a 400 horsepower Chevrolet V8 to push you down the water. Now we're back at the port.